Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the month of July 2024. The rune that came out for you is called Ansus, the rune of the divine. There is going to be a sudden change of circumstances for you this month, complete new set of circumstances for you, and it is very divinely inspired, divinely coordinated. You're going to get a lot of answers through your dreams, through signs and synchronicities all around you. Psychic abilities are very important this month. Listening to your intuition is extremely important this month because consciously you're gonna be in like feeling like you're over your head, or there's just so much going on, like what is the future of this, what do I do? Consciously you're gonna be wanting to ask everyone around you for advice and just listen to their advice. But what I would recommend doing is listening to your own intuition and listening to the signs around you, trusting your gut, trusting your dreams as well. Your dreams will definitely tell you when something's off, when something's right, something that you want, something that you don't want. Your dreams are powerful messages to your own subconscious mind and intuition, as well as sometimes portals to the spiritual realms. So it's important to listen to that. Also, listen to the advice of your elders, older generations. They may actually offer you some pretty good wisdom when it comes to this new set of circumstances that you find yourself in, okay? We have forgiveness coming out. Oh, alrighty. Someone from the past may be coming back around. Okay, here's the thing. They're either coming back around physically or they're coming back around in your dreams. Like literally when you're sleeping at night, they may pop up into your dreams randomly and you're like, why are they coming back up for me? Like, why do they keep popping into my dreams? And the reason is you need to forgive them and let go and release however they treated you in the past, because some time has passed and they may have grown, they may have had some changed behaviors. And forgiveness isn't even for the other person. It's a gift that you give yourself. It's saying to your own heart, we don't need to carry this resentment, and you're going to trust yourself that if this person does try coming back, you're not going to let them back into your heart unless they show a long track record of changed behavior, okay? And it takes time. If someone broke your trust, I think I read somewhere that it takes 2 years of changed behavior, like actual changed behavior, for someone to trust someone again and open their heart up fully to someone again. 2 years of changed behavior, not just 2 years in general after the hurting, 2 years of changed behavior before someone fully can be comfortable with someone again. Okay, that takes a long time. I'm also seeing forgiving yourself if you've done anything wrong in your connections, So, yeah, we have purity coming through. Wow, purity and purification both came out together. That is crazy. Wow. Some of y'all are practicing celibacy, dare I say. Not all of you, but some of you. Just because you want to sort of cleanse your aura and your energy of other people's influence, and maybe you had a negative pattern of like attracting the wrong people and like getting stuck in a state of limerence, like obsession with people that you would be with, and you're just like purging that all away from you, taking time to yourself to purify your soul, your spirit, and stop traumatizing yourself over and over again, essentially. Okay, purification. Could even be detoxification going on. Some of you I know this is not going to apply to all of you. Some of you may be going to some rehab or detox program, or someone who hurt you badly in the past is going to a rehab center or some sort of detox program, or like deep therapy, like multiple times a week, to help them change and like go purify all of the trauma that caused them to hurt others in the first place, is what I'm seeing here. And you can forgive them for what happened, but again, like trust changed behavior above all else, okay? Beautiful. All right. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse coming out as your first card. We're going to pull 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 from the Light Seers Tarot. And this does show emotional confusion. It does show delusion, being delusional into thinking that someone can magically change overnight. I'm seeing this as more so as your past, okay? The past several months or years, kind of being delusional and taking people's behavior and just thinking like, oh yeah, like if only they did this, if only they did that, and they could just change overnight and it'll be fine, and staying with them when really they needed to be by themselves and heal from the things that prevented them from being in a relationship or connection in the first place. 3 of Swords reverse, taking time away from heartbreak, taking time away from from old relationships. I feel like the swords are out, you know. If you've already done a lot of healing, if you've been single, been by yourself, or just been taking time away from drama, people in general, for some of you, this could be a past person talking to you again. And yeah, it's like you don't have any resentment or negative feelings towards them anymore. But again, if you see change behavior, then you see change behavior, and that's that, okay? Third card out. Let's see. A lot of you are wanting to reinvent yourselves as well. Rebrand yourself. Start over. Have that pure, fresh start. Eight of Swords in reverse, yeah. There could be some mental health struggles that you've been dealing with, and you're just absolutely wanting to let them go and restart. I don't know, I keep coming back to like wanting to restart, wanting to cleanse, wanting to purify, rebrand. These types of energies are coming out strongly within yourself as well as within people around you, okay? You don't want to stay stuck in your circumstances, stuck in your head. Some of you may have felt like you were stuck before, but not anymore. July is going to be a turning point for you. Whole new set of circumstances. Okay. So second row of cards out. Aquarius, July 2024. We have the moon in reverse. There's a lot of, this is right underneath Seven of Cups in reverse. Very deep confusion, psychological issues, not knowing what the heck is happening, what's going on, and having a lot of deep psychic spiritual signs, okay? Dare I say, there are some Aquariuses on this planet who are having an extremely big spiritual awakening, shamanic initiations, okay? I'm seeing a lot of mediums being born, okay? How do I put this? It isn't going to resonate with everyone, but sometimes shamanic awakenings are born from deep mental health issues or trauma or near-death experiences and picking the pieces up afterwards. And during those times, we may start to really see how everything is connected, see signs from the universe. And it is like a very thin line between spiritually enlightened and spiritual psychosis. And I'm seeing a lot of Aquarius energy people really walking that line, that thin line. So more like lower evolved, or I hate that phrase. How do I put it? Aquariuses who might be younger or more inexperienced could be going through things like spiritual psychosis or like delusion right now. Or like just hoping and praying and wishing but not taking action, or being convinced that somebody, for example, who is completely emotionally avoidant and not talking to them is like secretly in love with them, and oh, they're my twin flame even though we haven't talked in like 13 months and blah blah. Like a lot of Aquariuses may be going through that, but a lot of other Aquariuses who might be older or more experienced or been around the block a little bit more could just be having really intense spiritual experiences this month, deep dreams, and signs, synchronicities, things like that. I'm even seeing like having the same dream as somebody, waking up and sharing those dreams with each other. Paranormal activity. The line is thin, which is why you have to be really vigilant about your mental health and staying really grounded. The higher you go spiritually, the more you ascend spiritually, the more you also have to equally descend and ground yourself. Otherwise, you're going to end up insane, like straight up insane, in a state of psychosis. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from talking to thousands and thousands of people over these past few years about these subjects and reading into so many people's energies. I fear that a lot of Aquarius energy people right now are walking a fine line. I fear for some deeply traumatized and unhealed Aquariuses possibly falling into like drug addiction or like a spiritual self-help addiction too. I don't feel like the majority of you watching this is applying to. I feel like a lot of you watching are the more like highly evolved Aquarians, and you may be seeing this happen in the people around you as well. And that's how it could be coming through, you know. you're seeing other people go through this. Other people in your life may be having a spiritual psychosis, like literally not making sense. And, I've met so many people who were amazing people who just became way too ungrounded with their spirituality and like completely quit their jobs and started living off the grid or basically being homeless and have no direction. Like, oh, the universe has my back, I'll figure it out. Like, that's a really crappy idea. The higher you ascend, the more you have to become grounded. It is just like, if you don't want to destroy yourself psychically, psychologically, physically, mentally, it's important to have a plan. It's important to have structure in your day. It's important to have money and good health, and not just rely on the universe, like, oh, we'll figure it out. I've seen people accidentally kill themselves doing that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go live in the woods and figure things out, live from the land. Like, okay, why don't you learn something about the plants and the trees and medicinal, like natural medicines and natural food? Oh no, I'll just talk to the spirits of the plants and figure everything out. Now, I am all for talking to the spirits of plants and figuring things out, but like, being grounded, like, you really should go into that with some scientific experience and like understanding what you're doing, and like you know what I mean? It's a fine line, and I feel your pain, Aquarius, because you may be seeing people fall onto the other side of that line. A lot of Aquariuses themselves may be falling onto the other side of that line. Take care of your mental health this month and stay grounded, absolutely. Two of Pentacles also shows you, if you remain grounded, this is going to be a really, really, really powerful month for you. Powerful month for you, guys, because there's portals opening up all around you. That's why the spiritual energy is so intense for Aquarius this month. And you're the last sign I'm filming for, by the way, and you're the only sign that had this spiritual intensity. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse, seeing things from a new perspective, and then we have Five of Swords in reverse, walking away from problematic individuals, problematic societal things. That's the thing. You're having a big awakening right now. And a lot of what's normalized for you, you're realizing is very toxic, and you're not wanting to get yourself involved in it. But you're walking that fine line because, with all of these awakenings, you can completely tear down your entire life, but then what is left, You need to make sure that you're safe, you're grounded, and ease your way into things. When you have a deep spiritual experience, like let's just say you do ayahuasca in the woods, or you have a really long, deep meditation, and you have all these insights, or whatever it may be, it's important for you to start integrating all that you've learned. Okay, I was just talking to a friend about this, about why I don't advise people to take plant or natural substances to elicit a spiritual experience, because a lot of people go in it with the absolute wrong mindset, where they think to themselves, like, that can only happen because I am taking this plant medicine. And it's like, the whole point of it is so you get a preview of like what your life could be like, and you take the knowledge and the wisdom that you learn from that experience, and then you integrate it into your sober existence. And that takes years to integrate, years to build your lifestyle, your mindset up to where it was at when you had that very high spiritual experience, And some people, they don't take the time to do the actual groundwork, the sober groundwork to do that. And I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. I feel like this is relevant to you somehow. I don't know. Comment down below to cue me in, because I don't know how this is relevant to you. But yeah, the person from your past who may or may not be coming back, or who may be on your mind, you may be dreaming of them, having astral experiences of them, and you could feel their spirit tapping into yours. They may really resonate with some of the stuff that we're saying here. Like, they may have walked that line and fallen onto the negative side of it a little bit. Let's see. King of Swords, yes, clear-mindedness, focus. I am seeing a lot of forward movement for you. Absolutely. Sweeping changes in your life that are divinely coordinated. Absolutely. Some of you may be visiting mountains as well this month, and they'll help you clear your mind, clear your head. It's definitely a month where you should focus on not overthinking, keeping things simple, keeping things cleared. We have Five of Wands in reverse and Five of Cups upright. Wow, with the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, someone here was very dealing with a lot of arguing. It just feels like mentally exhausting. You know, you're releasing and forgiving people in your past for being mentally exhausting and argumentative. Like every time you would bring up an issue or want to have a deep discussion, they got very, very defensive. It's like every opinion that you had, they got defensive. And I think you're finding it within yourself to forgive this person, not necessarily inviting them back into your life, but forgiving them so you can release and relinquish their energy from you once and for all. And this feels very significant, this release process, because it almost feels like one of the last karmic connections that you were in that you're letting go of, that you're releasing. And from this point on, I feel like you might manifest a lot more soulful connections. And I think that's why there's purification and purity here, because it's like you're cleansing and purifying your own energy, your own emotions of, you know, that resentment, that overthinking, really, really deeply cleansing your chakras. Okay, this is a month where I would recommend doing things like chakra meditations, chakra cleansings, journaling, forgiveness practices, everything like that, and just purify it all away from you. And these things take time. You know, don't expect to absolutely heal and purify yourself over a negative connection that you just ended overnight. Like, that would take months, okay? So give yourself time. I feel like if you have been giving yourself time, this is the month where all things change. You know, you're finally, like, sort of cleansed from it, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm kind of scared looking into your reading, because for some reason I'm seeing a lot of like religious extremism, spiritual extremism in general here. So try not to fall into that. But if that doesn't apply to you, you may be worrying about this in the people around you, you know, turning to extremist ways of doing things, getting into cults, or just, I don't know, taking things way, way, way too far. And I'm seeing the higher evolved Aquarius energy people like washing your hands of people like that, washing your hands of that energy, and being a vocal piece, a speaking point on healing, and remaining grounded. And perhaps some of you are even offering your own grounding rituals or talks or something like that. I don't know. Wisdom. Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, because there's way more to your month than this. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.